Hi, I'm Dan Cortopassi. Today I'm reviewing an HO scale G41A class coil steel car from Tangent Scale Models. My model is decorated for Conrail and came with hoods. These cars are offered in two versions, with and without hoods. The current MSRP for individual cars without hoods is $50.95. With hoods, the MSRP on the Tangent website is $58.95. I paid $53.99 for my car in September 2022 from Lombard Hobbies. We'll start the model at 100 possible points. The car comes in a cardboard box with a clear plastic window on top. Inside, a two-piece plastic cradle protects the model. A layer of flexible plastic film helps to protect against scratches. The coil steel hoods are separate pieces. Inside the box is a package with spare end caps for the axles. Coil loads aren't included, but Tangent offers those separately. This is a good box that should protect the model for storage and transport. The Pennsylvania Railroad introduced the specialized G41 class gondola in 1965 in response to increased demand for hauling hot-rolled coil steel. A modified version of the design, designated G41A, was produced from 1966 to 1968. Classed as gondolas, these cars had 6 transverse troughs designed to hold various combinations and sizes of coil steel loads. As built, the cars had hoods to protect the loads. In the 1990s, PRR successor Conrail began to modify the G41A cars, removing walkway supports and hood alignment guides. In 2000, Conrail successor Norfolk Southern rebuilt many of these cars into a 5-trough design to accommodate bigger coil loads. My model represents a car repainted by Conrail in 1976 in overall brown. I wasn't able to find a photo of this particular car, but there are plenty of photos available online, including some on the Tangent Scale Models website. As far as I can tell, the model is extremely accurate. Most of the photos I found show cars without the hoods. The paint on the car is thin and opaque. The lettering is crisp and the small stencils are legible with magnification. Be careful when handling the car. The walkways along the sides are delicate and they tend to come loose. There are nicely done stirrup steps at the corners. On the ends, the car has delicate wire grab irons, uncoupling levers, air hoses, and photo-etched crossover platforms. The B end has a nicely done brake wheel assembly. The tops of the hoods have really good detail, including brackets that will hold another hood when stacked. Inside the car, the individual troughs have lettering. Be careful when putting the hoods on or taking them off, as the fit is very tight. Each hood has a black square on one end. These face out. The blank ends go in the middle. They won't fit right if you reverse them. Underneath, the car has a lot of brake system detail. One of the small pieces of rod or piping on the bottom of my car came loose. This was my fault, as I dislodged it when I picked up the car. This piece is incredibly thin, so be very careful when handling this model. The car has metal wheels with a standard RP25 tread profile. The trucks have rotating axle end caps. The car has Katy scale couplers on both ends. Looking for a match on the horizontal center line, the coupler on the A end is high, so I'm taking 5 points. The coupler on the B end is also slightly high. All the wheels are in gauge according to the NMRA standards gauge. There is no body wobble. The car weighs 4.7 ounces without the hoods. With the hoods, it weighs 5.2 ounces. The NMRA recommended weight for a car of this length is 3.75 ounces. It's nice to see an open car that's not too light. Adding loads would make it even heavier. It should track well, but I would be careful when mixing it in a train with lighter cars. The car is free rolling. Fixing high couplers is often a matter of lowering the car body or shimming the draft gearboxes downward. Moving the draft gearboxes on this model doesn't look practical, so I'll start by removing the trucks. Usually in these situations, I end up filing down the rounded area at the bolsters. There isn't a lot of material to work with here, but I'll start with that. So that helps some, but the couplers are still a little high. I think part of the problem may be the areas on the trucks and the bottom of the car body that touch and keep the trucks from wobbling. I may end up creating a problem in the process of solving another, but I'm going to try cutting away this material on one of the trucks. Well, that may have helped slightly, but the couplers are still a little high, especially on the A end. The only thing I can see to do here is to keep filing. I'm actually cutting into the top of the bolster area on the truck now. I don't like doing this, but sometimes it's the only way. It took a little while, but the couplers are now where they should be. Thankfully, nothing I did made the car wobble, so operationally this one is good. To repair the tiny piece of wire I knocked loose earlier, I'll use a drop of CA. I'll use some canopy glue to secure the walkway on the side that's loose. A wet microbrush and a paper towel work well to wipe up any excess. This is one of the nicest HO scale coil steel cars that I've seen. It has really good detail and it also has a nice weight to it. I'm really looking forward to running it on my Donner layout eventually. I will probably use these in manifest freights with a lot of different types of cars since I don't really have all that many coil steel cars, but I could also see people running long strings of these depending on what region you're modeling and what era. Let's see what we've got. The car had 2 high couplers, so I took 10 points in the standards and operation category. That leaves us with 90 out of 100 possible points, which earns an A-. This is a highly detailed model that looks really good. I'm giving it a green signal. I think Tangent did a really nice job on this car. If you're looking for some Coil steel cars for your HO scale layout, then I think you might like it. If you like this video, then please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Stay tuned and thanks for watching.